Okay, this is going to be a relatively short video today. You see, I'm a part of a bunch of different Dungeons & Dragons groups on Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, a bunch of different things. You know, I'm a big nerd. I like to read up on things and read conversations and forums. The recent thing that I've read a lot is people arguing about the fact that Nat 1s and Nat 20s cannot be used for critical successes or failures and skill checks. And to that, personally, I say, wrong. That's right, wrong. I personally am a big fan of using Nat 1s as crit failures and Nat 20s as crit successes when it comes to skill and ability checks. Why, you may ask? Well, there's a lot of reasons why. And before I really kind of break down into some of them, I'm just going to tell you guys, this is my personal opinion. If you do not want to use Nat 1s and Nat 20s in skill checks, it is personally fine. I am not going to take anything away from that. I am not going to argue with you. I personally understand why. I'm just telling you my personal reasons why I think it's wrong and why I personally, use 1s and 20s as crit failures and crit successes when it comes to skill checks. And, you know, maybe anything that I say might change your mind and maybe sway your opinions a little bit. But if not, it's cool. So this is why I use Nat 1s as crit failures and Nat 20s as crit successes in Dungeons & Dragons. But before I kind of get into those reasons, make sure you like and subscribe. You know, that'd be cool. Just click the button down there. Do a lot of homebrew stuff, and we do a lot of things. And yeah, maybe you'll like this rant. So, reason number 1. Even though you are proficient at something does not mean you are perfect at it. Proficient means you are very good at it, you are very used to doing this skill, and it's something that you've grown up doing. That doesn't mean that you can never fail. There are professional athletes out there that do amazing stuff all the time, but when it comes to different points in certain games they play, there may be a moment that they fuck up. Everybody fucks up. If you've ever watched a professional sports game ever in your entire life, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Professional athletes fuck up. Your character may be a professional bard, professional rogue, professional whatever he is, but there may be, just maybe that slight chance that he steps on a twig. Or he, laughs while he's trying to lie, or he plays the wrong note, or he whispers the wrong spell. There may be a chance that he fucks up. But Brandon, that would take away the entire purpose of me having really high ability modifiers in the skills I'm proficient in. Isn't the point of having a high proficiency in a skill modifier so that if I even roll a low number, that I'm still good at what I do because I'm proficient at it? Yes, that is the point of it. If you roll a 2 and get a +9 to your ability score modifier, you're still getting at least 11. But there's always a chance that if you roll a 1, then you fucked up. Shit is always going to happen in the real world. People are going to make mistakes. No matter how good somebody is, somebody's going to mess up. Somebody's going to do something wrong. And the thing is, if you're really good at something in D&D and you mess up really bad to the point where you fail, it's funny. It adds storytelling to the game. It gives you a good laugh. It's no fun in the game if everybody's just perfect at everything no matter what you do and is always going to pass every check you need to make. There's no fun in that. It's just not fun. At all. It's just not. Grow up. Learn to fail sometimes. It's fun. Let loose. Anyways, reason number 2. And I've already talked about, kind of crit failures. Let me give you crit successes. There seems to be stories all over the world at different times of normal people doing extremely abnormal things that they didn't think they were able to do. Pushing their bodies to the limit to save other people or just, overcome feats of strength. People can do amazing things just as much as they can mess up and fail at things. So for you to get a Nat 20 on a skill check that you didn't think you would get a skill check, bonus to at all, and automatically succeed in what you're ever trying to do, is awesome. And the thing is, shit like that happens in the real world. People overcome things all the time, never thinking they're going to be able to. People succeed at things all the time, thinking they don't have the ability to do it. But then all of a sudden, they get a glimpse of strength and hope, and something amazing happens, and they're able to overcome whatever obstacle it is they're trying to accomplish. Amazing things happen. I did say, professionals fuck up and bad things happen, but at the same time, there are people that do amazing things when they're not even proficient or professionals at what they do. That's the reality of life. It just is. So at the same spectrum, if you are, really good at something, you can fail at something. But if you're really bad at something, there might be that one time you do amazing at it. If an orc is not good at persuading people, but all of a sudden he rolls a nat 20 persuasion check, that's funny. That's good storytelling. It just is. I don't care if it's not realistic in your eyes. I don't care. It is fun. It is funny. And again, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody or degrade anybody for, their rules they use. If you want to use nat 1s and nat 20s in, a regular way and don't treat them as critical successes or failures, that's fine. I get it. You want to play hardcore, by the rules, straight by the book and everything else, that is completely fine. But for me and like our podcasts on our home games and everything else we play, the home rule is that everybody loves is nat 1s are always a crit failure, nat 20 is always a crit success, and they make for some goddamn good storytellings, and I would not trade that for the world. So, yeah, that's really it. I just kind of wanted to talk about, my personal opinions on nat 1s and nat 20s and skill checks. Again, if you are somebody that uses nat 1s and nat 20s in a non-crit failure, crit success way, that is fine. 100% fine. If your playgroup is fine with that, then do it. By all means, if you have fun doing it that way, it is perfectly fine. I just wanted to explain my reasoning, my personal thoughts and reasoning on why I use crit successes and crit failures in skill checks. That's just me. Again, some of the first lines in the Dungeon Master Guide is, you make the rules. Therefore, you can make the rules. You can do whatever you want. There's no right or wrong way to do things. They're just not. You may have a way to play at your table, and other people will have, different ways to play their tables. Don't let anything that I said convince you otherwise. I was just explaining my reasoning and why I use nat 1s and nat 20s. For skill checks, that is. That's just, my way of playing. If it's not how you want to do it, fine. If you're still listening to this video and haven't got pissed off and clicked off of it yet, thanks for sticking around and listening and at least respecting my opinion. And if you respect my opinion, then I respect yours. Play the game how you want. We're all in it for the same thing anyways, to play Dungeons & Dragons and have a lot of fun with each other. So if that means different tables played by different ways, that's fine by me. Because you know what? We're all just a bunch of fucking nerds regardless. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll catch you later.